Greetings, fellow humans. It is that time of the season for fall and Halloween things. So to celebrate, I wanted to make a xenomorph egg cake with some fingers of the Facehugger just poking out. And the idea is to make it super creepy, super gross, repulsive, terrifying, but also delicious. Okay, so to make the cake, So I'm going to start with these round ball pans, and then I'm going to put a 6-inch pan in between to kind of build it up a little bit, and then I'll shave it down so it's a little bit more oblong. That is the key. I guess we'll have another 6-inch or 8-inch just to make like the bottom mound, or whatever you want to call it, the dirt area. The plan is to make the egg. I might have to check what the egg looks like. Okay, I'm just going to start plopping this down. I'm not going to shave off the top to level it off because I actually want a little bit of a mound shape. So I'm going to carve into this so that the egg sits kind of in it. Then I'm just going to oyster it a bit. Oh, why don't I have my turntable? I don't know. If it's a little messy, that's okay because it's kind of the look we're going for, I guess. Or at least that's my excuse. I think I'm going to go with the cheese grater on this one. This thing's going to fall, isn't it? So all these crumbs are just going to be sticking to the bottom of this ice cake, which I didn't really think about. Now I have to clean up the mess, which is not the best part. Alright, I'm just going to ice it now to keep in the juices. How does that look? Not bad, not bad. It seems like the modeling chocolate is salvaged, so we're going to use this to cover our cake. And there's still a little bits of chocolate, but it's okay because the egg has a lot of texture on it, so honestly, it will just add to the effect until I figure out how to get it right. I don't know what I'm doing. Very sophisticated technique. Whoops. Try not to poke your egg. You do not want to get face hugged too early. Wonder if you could have a premature face hugger. Like if you opened up the egg and reached in and got the face hugger before it was ready. How long does it take to incubate a face hugger? Okay, so I started texturing my egg because I want to give it that sort of creepy, monstery egg texture. It's very subtle, and I'm using a hair dryer to kind of just get the chocolate a little bit soft so I can actually put imprints in it. Not sure if it's kosher, but it works. I'm just using sort of tips and different circular things. If you could get like a silicone mat that has like goosebumps sort of texture, that's great. Like that would work really, really well. I don't have that, so I'm just kind of working with what I got and improvising. So I'm not just pressing down, I'm actually sort of rolling it around because I don't want just like a line. I want like a nice sort of raised bump. That's what I'm going for. I'm also taking like a fondant tool. You can use anything. I'm just sort of like making it kind of bumpy. Just increasing the texture a little bit. Just want it to look creepy. So I apologize if this is triggering anyone's tryptophobia. It kind of is triggering mine. But I feel like if it is, then it's succeeding at what it needs to do. So the egg is a bit squattered than I had imagined and hoped, but I think it's going to be okay, especially when I make the flaps. Hopefully it'll give it some height. You know, it's stable, so that's important. Okay, so what I'm doing, guys, is I'm cutting triangle pieces and then I'm layering 2 together in a wire so that it can stay. Now I'm just trying to blend it together. kind of looks like a mutated owl. I am just smoothing out the portions where the flaps meet the rest of the egg. So I was working on the base of the Facehugger, so I put the wires in here and let it kind of sit. I think I'll start with the fingers, and then I'll add some texture to over here, clean it up a little bit, and then eventually we're gonna stick it in the egg and it's gonna be coming out. So I'm trying to make the two front fingers at the same time because that just makes it more even. I kind of have to like fold it over. I can't just like slide it in because it's angled. Doing the same thing on the other side. Just sort of massaging this down to the point where it gets thicker so it like tapers out. Okay, now we're on to the next knuckle, or whatever you want to call it. So he's a little chunkier on the sides, I feel like, but it's okay. Okay, so all the fingers are there. Well, 4 of the fingers are there, because that's what's going to be coming out of the cake. The 4 front fingers. And then the rest is hidden, because this is a lot of work. So I'm going to go back in and just add some texture and clean it up a little bit. The one that I want is the one that's not here. Of course, it's a mystery. Aha, found it. This guy's a little bit thicker than he should be, but that's okay. He really wants to grab that face. All right, we're gonna put the Facehugger aside for now, let him dry, and then we are going to paint our egg. My idea is to kind of wet the powders, I guess lemon, but we can always adapt, as we do on this channel. That's not working. Why did they say to use lemon? I do not trust. I still haven't figured out how to do this. Okay, we're gonna try some vodka now. Okay, this is working much better. Excellent. I'm just gonna get it in all the crevices. So you can kind of see the texture. Put a little bit too much vodka in this one. The egg's going to get drunk. And then I'm just sort of using the dry brush to kind of pick out sort of the highlights again. Okay, lippy color. Lippy color. I don't know why I'm calling it lippy color. I'm also just doing the top part. Should be pretty fleshy. I think this is the most fun I've ever had with a cake because like it's so like traditional art feeling. Like I really feel like I'm just like painting. All right, so now I'm gonna start painting the Facehugger. I need to cut this open so that I can stick this hugger back in. So our Facehugger is a bit bigger than its egg, but that's fine. Good, that's the reaction I want. Shake in fear. Time for the final touches. I want to add some like kind of webbing type stuff. I just kind of want to put some here. Now it's too sticky. Ah, what do I do? Right, use marshmallow at your own risk. I burnt myself, but don't do that. Wait until it gets a little bit cooler. Should have a party with the Nebu! She's actually a cat. We dressed her as a dog. Okay. She wants to go be free. So this is piping gel, and I'm just kind of placing it on there very delicately because I don't want the paint to come off. I'm kind of like dripping it too. It's done, it's slimy, it's creepy, but it's also delicious, maybe. So I highly recommend bottling chocolate if you ever want to sculpt something. This is really only my second time really using this, and I think it just works so well. This was such a fun cake to make. Yeah. Happy Halloween and happy miscaking.
Bam bam bear when the bed